Today I'm going to tell you 3 simple tricks that will immediately make you look a lot more muscular. People talk about how you have to put the time into your diet and your training to get results, and it comes slowly, and that's true, but there are a lot of things that you can do to get an immediate improvement in how muscular you look. Think of it like this, a diamond takes years and years and years and years to be formed, okay? And when you take it out of the ground, yeah, it's a diamond, but it's not very impressive. All the years haven't made it look like a diamond. But if you just go ahead and take it to somebody to have it cut properly and polished properly and presented properly, in a tiny amount of time, in just a few hours, it looks so much better than this rock that you picked up out of the ground. And you could do the same thing with your body. So here are the 3 tips. First of all, get a tan. Look at this picture. Now, you see on the left-hand side, I'm like, I look pretty good, okay? I look pretty thin, pretty muscular. And on the right-hand side, I don't really look that attractive. I look more muscular, but I don't really look that good, okay? And that's what actually I've gotten from a lot of people. If I show these pictures to like a guy who'll be like, man, you were in really good shape, on that one side where I was tan. And on the other side, it's like, yeah, you could see your cut, but I didn't look good. Or women, they're like, wow, you looked really good, really aesthetic in the one where I was tan, but the one where I wasn't so tan, they'll be like, yeah, you look muscular, but you don't look as good as the other one. And the fact of the matter is, the picture where I'm tan was actually taken last year when I got really cut in 4 months. That picture, I think, was 3.5 months into my cut. And the picture on the right was like 4.5 months into my cut. So I was in a lot better shape. I had been training longer in the picture where I didn't look that good, just because I was more tan in the other picture. So what I'm basically saying is, if you want to actually make the most of the body you've been working on, definitely get a tan. Bodybuilders do it, constantly. They get a tan before they go to a show. Then they have like a really dark makeup put on their body to make them even more tan, so you can see the details in their bodies more. So that's definitely one way to go from somebody who's in shape to somebody who really looks in shape, is just to get a tan. Another thing is to get a shave, okay? And I'll tell you, I'm pretty hairy, not hair on my chest, but my legs are kind of hairy, and my calves and my lower legs are really, really, really hairy. And, I just, for some reason, I was like, hey, let me just go ahead and try shaving my legs. And I realized that my calves were really extremely muscular and really extremely cut. Now, I knew that. I knew that I had very strong calves, but the whole time they were my calves are like the hairiest part of my body, and I couldn't tell that they were in really good shape until I shaved them, okay? So it's just like when you get a tan, if you shave your body, you will actually be able to see all the detail in, much better than if they're covered by hair. I remember when I was in the Army, I was going to go out, drinking, partying, whatever. So I go into this guy's room, and he comes out of the bathroom, and he has, some white stuff all over his chest. I'm like, what's this? And he's like, oh, that's a hair removal cream. I'm putting it on my chest. And he was trying to get cut. He was trying to get in shape. And I'm like, dude, what's up with this gut you've got going on here? It's all hairy. And he's like, well, I don't know. Some women say they like hair. And I was like, listen, I've heard of women say they like a hairy chest, but nobody that likes gut hair, especially if you're trying to get a six-pack. You definitely want to make sure that your stomach is hairless. So he went ahead and he got his hair, his stomach removed too, and then he told me a few days later, he's like, yeah, man, my girlfriend really likes it. She says my stomach looks a lot better now that I have all the hair gone. Of course, okay? Like I said, a bodybuilder will get a tan, and then he'll put makeup on his body before a show, and they're also going to be completely hairless. You're not going to see somebody who works on his six-pack and he's just got hair everywhere. Somebody works on getting striations in his chest and he's got a big hairy chest or a big hairy back. You want to see the quality of your muscles, get a shave, and then get a tan. Now, the third way to go ahead and really immediately look a lot more muscular is just to present yourself well, okay? I'm going to tell you, when I was living in Germany, there's a woman, she's an older actress, she was about 50 at the time, called, I think Uschi Glas is the one who it was. Anyway, she went ahead and she did some kind of risque photos for a newspaper in Germany, okay? Where she went ahead and she wore a bikini or whatever, like glamour shots, and she looked really, 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 really good for 50. But she had a lousy photographer. I mean, she had her tan, she was in shape, she was perfectly styled. But I remember there was one shot in particular where she's like squatting down and kind of hunched over. And of course, I don't care how lean you are, of course you're gonna have folded skin on your stomach, right? She should have been like standing up and elongating her body and maybe turning to the side, and then she would have had a beautiful stomach, beautiful legs, she would have looked perfect even though she was 50 because she was in shape. But like I said, the photographer had her like squatting down and kind of hanging down, and of course she had folds on her stomach. So that's the thing, not just look good and train, but like stand up straight, okay? Keep your head up high, show a little bit of confidence. If you wear clothes, I wear like the cheapest clothes I could find, but I look really good all the time because they fit proper, okay? Don't be one of those guys that works his ass off in the gym, diets hard, and he has a shirt that just kind of hangs out in every direction. Get it so that even if you have to bring it to like a tailor to have it, just cut, which would a cheap tailor will just cost what, $5-10 to have a shirt tapered. Get it so that it's like tight around the shoulders, tight around the arms, not tight, but you can see a little bit of form, and then have it taken in around the waist a little bit. So, it doesn't have to be a V-taper or skin tight, but just so it shows that, you have some muscle up here and that it kind of hangs properly, so you could see down here that you're not fat. Make sure your clothes are clean, okay? Like make eye contact with people. And like I said, always stand up, because that's the thing that's really going to differentiate like a person who is in good shape and a person who knows how to present himself and looks really good.